Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 7 of the latest season of Doctor Who. This is the penultimate episode of the season. It's been a wild ride so far, especially with the reveal at the end of the last episode that the Ronnie has finally returned. I love that Doctor Who on their YouTube channel has been playing, or at least posted up, the full story with the Ronnie's first ever appearance. I rewatched it just earlier today, just kind of in prep to get in the headspace for this. The character has not appeared, I think, since 1993 with Dimensions in Time. That was the last, it was this crossover special with another thing, but like, that was the last live action appearance of the Ronnie. So a lot of people have been really itching for when this character is going to come back and how. And we're finally here, and I'm excited to see what they do with this character, because she's pretty fascinating, especially with the way that she differs from the Master. I know it's a character that at least, a lot of people up until this point, as far as anybody that's only watched New Who, may have never heard of. I can't recall a time her name has come up at all in the revival series, but I definitely could be wrong on that part. But so for anybody unfamiliar with like classic Who and all that, they could be like the Who, which I did see quite a bit in the comments. A lot of people were pretty like, who? Is it the Master or is it not? Like, it's not. Don't worry, it's definitely not. But we end the episode with that whole thing, the TARDIS doors exploding off as he was finally able to arrive at May 24th. And the TARDIS did not like that. Whatever, obviously something happened to the Earth on this day. It blew up, the TARDIS doors have blown up. So where does that leave us right now? We're going to find out. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you come here to the channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes for actually the entire episode. Over there, get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on my movies to react to each month. It's just a great way to support the channel, help us do the things you do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. To at least leave a like. Drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. That all said out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 7, Wish World. Here we go. Bavaria, 1865.
We sent message to the village. We thought no one was coming. You're not the midwife.
My name is Frau Rani. Am I too late? No, just in time.
That's not ominous at all.
We were so lucky.
But you were born lucky, isn't that what they say, Herr Zufall? The seventh son of a seventh son.
Why do you know so much about me?
We thought Jonas would be a wonderful name.
I think it's absolutely terrible. I think he needs a stronger name, like Sturm und Drang.
I'm sorry, but I don't think his name is up to you.
I'm afraid it is, because I will be taking little baby. Dankeschön, you've done a very good job, but now he's all mine.
I don't think so. Give me my child back, right now.
Violette, isn't it? Your wife is Violet.
Oh. Oh, whoa!
Your child is the fountainhead of a power from beyond this universe.
Boys, get out.
Waddle away.
Oh!
And you, like a wise old owl.
All right, Stolas. Well, at least they're living and not turned to petals. So we got ourselves a wishing baby. Give it a little peck on the forehead and powers be.
Morning, darling.
Morning, sweetheart.
What the fuck? Got blasted in. Oh, my God. Okay. What?
Meow. Did you see a cat? Meow.
Is that you wanting a cat?
Oh my God, where are we?
And the weather's going to be nice.
You son of a bitch. Get your ass out of here.
That's my promise. Really nice weather all over the world.
Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning, Conrad.
Oh my no. Oh no.
Now, it's time for today's
You
story. Doctor
get
Who and the Deadly Wish. Once upon a time, the Time Lords were really clever people from the planet
what
Gallifrey.
in the
One of the Time
world?
Lords ran away.
Do you know what day tomorrow is, Poppy? It's May Day. It's May the 24th.
May the 24th.
May Day.
Mummy will cook a big pot of biryani. Is that nice? No.
What in the world is going on? What?
Hi.
Oh, is she gonna be the only person unaffected by it?
Sorry about this. Do I know you?
I don't think so.
Okay, Orden.
Who are you?
I've got to ask. Are you the doctor?
Do you need a doctor? Is everything okay?
No. Are you called the doctor?
My name is John Smith.
Of course it is.
And you're John Smith's wife? I certainly am. That's your daughter?
Of course it is.
I'm sorry, but you don't have a daughter.
Oh my god.
My name's Ruby, I swear. I'm just trying to help.
Ruby.
Yes. Hello? I have someone expressing doubt.
Expressing doubt. What the fuck, dude? What's up, Mel?
I'm sorry, do I know you?
No.
Oh, what is this madness?
Oh, never mind.
Why is everybody's been breaking the same cup?
Any plans?
Oh, you know, I'm single. No parents, no children. So I will sit in silent contemplation and be jolly glad.
Well, that sounds very targeted. Whoa! What the hell?
Aren't they beautiful? I ask you, how can anyone doubt this glorious world that we live in?
Oh, how indeed?
And then the Doctor was all alone. But he travelled on with bravery in his heart, looking for his next best friend.
Oh, god damn it, dude. What did he do? Dude, he probably did terrible things to everybody from... Oh my goodness. I was gonna say from Unit. Oh my god, is Kate his fucking secretary?
I've heard she likes Chinese food. Deborah in accounts said Kate swears by it, loves it.
What a wingman.
And she's way out of my league. Oh, she's not. You're a beautiful man. Was that supposed to mean? No. I'm just... You're a man. How can you find another man beautiful?
Oh no, oh, what the fuck?
Oh, sorry, that was a slip. Sorry, that was...
Oh, that's what's on the trash bins too. Slip.
Cup and lip, as they say.
9 a.m. We have begun. Get to work.
Wow, okay.
Morning, Unified National Insurance Team. How can I help?
Unit. Wow, okay.
You know her part in life. Good little girl, then good little wife, then good little mother.
And as Conrad says, that's what we're here for.
And Conrad is never wrong.
Mind you, Belinda, I thought you were destined to be trouble. 24 hours labour, do you remember? Oh, I thought she'd never arrive.
How long were you with Poppy?
How long was I what?
In labour.
Oh, the cracks in the
I
story.
must have been there. Was I?
There's gonna be one of these things is gonna break. There's gonna be a slip.
When was it?
There it is.
Oh
God, a bunch of
that
them.
was quite a slip.
Loud noise breaking glass to snap you out of your questioning of the reality. It's a jolt to the system, to the matrix, to get you out of whatever you were talking about. Though this did not seem to do its job. They should have been number 15. Just saying.
Doctor Who wasn't the only one left. A time lady had survived.
There she is!
It's her. It is really her. There she is.
You're supposed to be working.
Come on, it's her.
Aw.
'Cause
'Cause
'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause 'cause ' who she is.
Uh-oh.
What is wrong with you today?
You wonder who she is?
No, she just is. She is who she is, and that's all.
Ugh. Is that made of bone? It kind of looks like it is, or at least made out of bone, partially. It's very bone-like, very vertebrae-like.
How are we doing? Better than ever. Very strong doubts. We're even getting 9s this time of the day. 999969555599966.
What the hell?
Do this, do that. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Can I cut your toenails, ma'am? Snip, bloody snip.
Oh, let's pause there. Now have a look at some pictures of India. It's such a lot of hard work. All the thinking. Sometimes I forget about the weather and South Africa gets flooded.
Oh, darling.
Oh. What? Is the reality directly tied to him? So if he's not focused on speaking it into being, oh my god, just like his gaslighting, just like his videos, he spouts a false reality, but now in this, what he says is...
That's why the mistress chose you. The boy who wants the world to be better.
Oh my...
From the heart.
His wish is what is bringing this whole thing together.
He sustains this entire world.
And he never cries.
No, all he does is chuckle. He's amazing, isn't he? He's absolutely terrifying.
What the hell?
Careful, ma'am. Gets a bit slippy with ice. I'm not a child. Well, you're my child in the manner of speaking. It could be said that you sprang from my loins.
It's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard. It's a shame these little people have to die. But tonight, we will find him. The one who is lost. And then the great work begins.
Fun, fun, fun.
Many years ago, when Gallifrey was young, the Doctor and the Time Lady had been terrible enemies. They had fought for all sorts of irrelevant things. But the Time Lady knew they could be great friends. If only Doctor Who knew how clever she was.
Oh, he knew.
Sorry, but is your name Shirley?
Why are the walls are so weak around her?
This is how we live. The disabled, the dispossessed, the ones who don't fit in. I swear I've never seen
Oh
this
my
place before.
goodness.
You have. You walk past it every day, and you ignore us.
Don't want to see. That's heartbreaking, man.
Because it feels like I've lived through this before. I've seen 2025, and it was different.
True. What a way to tie that back around.
The child can't listen to doubts. There is something wrong with you, my girl. Somebody put guzump on you.
It's my daughter. She's been expressing doubts. I think you need to come and take her away.
My own mother.
And then that shit happens every time.
We live outside the world, so we can see it better.
We can see when things don't make sense. We haven't got a penny, but I've got this wheelchair. State of the art. And God knows with my spina bifida I need medicine. And I've got nothing, but I'm okay.
These things are like fossils or relics, like they're bleeding through from a life that's been lost.
It all comes down to Conrad Clark.
I keep having thoughts about him too.
Ruby Sunday.
I don't trust him for a second.
It's a good instinct.
Yeah, he's like king and ruler and emperor and god. I mean, how did Conrad become god of the earth?
How indeed.
So what do you think, Ruby? We're gonna bring down God. You with us?
Hell fucking yeah.
I am in.
But the Time Lady had an idea. She said, it's not over, because I know a secret from the depths of Time Lord history. A secret so old and so terrible, everyone had forgotten. But the secret was beginning to wake. And the doctor said,
Oh, Susan.
but the mysterious Time Lady was clever and wise, and she knew that Doctor Who was weak.
Doctor.
Oh.
Doctor, can you hear me? I haven't got much time. They're coming. And this hell dimension is sliding into the pit. I don't know if I'm gonna survive. Thank you for that, you know? But I have to... I can only send you one warning, and this is gonna sound strange, but listen to me. Tables don't do that. Remember, I gotta go. I miss you. Well, more than that. I love you.
He's like, how do they keep falling?
Look.
Oh.
That's a slip. That's what happens. Things slip.
How do they slip?
It's just the way of the world, John. They always have and they always will. Now stop it.
Tables don't do that. And I thought he's right. He's right. That is not what tables are supposed to do.
Who said?
Like how the Time Lord heartbeat was in the drum line there. It may have always been, but that's the first time I noticed it.
It's my husband. He's having doubts.
No!
Sorry, Belle. I couldn't stop this.
What are you doing here?
There's a child asleep upstairs and she's going to need someone with her in the morning.
Oh, you're getting taken away too.
You recognized your husband's doubt because you've been expressing doubt yourself. And it's my job to cut it out. My job and my very great pleasure.
Eee.
I've got this.
Well, what does it do?
It's one of the relics from the other world.
And it's got power.
It's like magic.
Oh, yo.
See the way the picture links up? I think that means Conrad is broadcasting from up there.
Right, if I can look him in the eye, then I'll remember. I just feel like I'll remember, and if I can remember everything, then I can remember the Doctor and the world that was. Remember? Oh, come on, we go way back. Open up that memory. What about this? It's called the Seal of Rassilon.
Trying to test how thorough it is.
That girl, she said...
Yes. Yes, that's it. You remember? What was her name?
Ruby.
That's it. May the 24th, it's on its way. 9 minutes. Close down. Lock on externals. Music.
So extra.
We danced once upon a time, you and I, at the siege of Persephone. And you remember, if that's true? Far away in time and space, were we? Yes.
Ooh.
We were never enemies. Every villain you ever fought wanted death. I only wanted life. My name is the Rani.
No!
I am the Rani.
No.
And I am the Rani.
We bi-generated. We are both the Rani. Your husband is an alien, and so am I. We are the last Time Lord and the last Time Lady from the planet Gallifrey in the constellation of Castorbarus. But this planet is a lie. This whole world is a wish.
What are you even talking about?
Leave him alone! But he made so much of this happen. He stirred the gods, Belinda. He woke the most ancient of powers. Come and see.
Conrad?
Doctor,
Why does everyone keep calling me that?
the last time we met, you told me I was nothing.
And now he's God.
It's the child, Doctor. You woke the Pantheon, and the most powerful god of all was born. Desiderium, the god of wishes.
Oh my goodness.
All the world below is a world I have wished.
We needed one more thing. The Vindicator.
That he had to charge.
It crisscrossed the universe, creating a web of power to bring you back here. Voiced and bladed energy to the power of 5. Roughly the equivalent of...
1 billion supernovas.
He's remembering. So the Vindicator created a web of titanic power great enough to amplify the wishes of a god, allowing Conrad to create an entire world. It's full of mistakes and it cannot sustain itself because you have doubts.
Yup. Or even the things that Conrad wouldn't even think to think about. Things he wouldn't think to erase.
If you question hard enough, then doubt can crack open the world.
That's why they've been accumulating the doubts. They're waiting for his to get high enough.
Because this isn't just exposition, Doctor. I need to tell you everything so that your doubt becomes all-consuming. If ordinary doubt cracks open the world, then a Time Lord's doubt rips open the structure of reality itself. Come and see. Quickly! Out we go! So much fun! Look at the city!
Oh! Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
That is not real.
Yo, all of reality is slipping.
Once reality is broken on a scale as vast as this, I can see underneath. Deep within the underverse, he is hidden, the one who is lost.
Science above all else with this one, man. This is just one big old question and mystery that she had to crack once he stirred the gods.
Tell me who you're looking for.
Omega.
Oh!
Creator of the Time Lords, the greatest and most terrifying Time Lord of all.
Are you fucking kidding?
I remember. The Doctor is me. Rani.
Is where? Oh.
Get rid of the wife. Take her across the threshold.
So is the implication that Omega is one of the Pantheon? Or is the Pantheon separate from Omega?
I remember you too. And I know that you'll try everything to stop me, so I can't take that risk.
Oh!
But don't you understand? I am a daughter. Poppy is real. Don't you know what that means?
All right, guys, next week, what the fuck happens? Okay. Dude, giving Conrad power of the world is just evil. Good God. His false reality, his personal beliefs, not even that he even believed them, but he did try to make others do that. and then him getting this god of wishes handed to him by the Rani so that she could orchestrate this grand crackening of reality. All of this to formulate all this energy into one point, into one place to collect the culminating doubts of the imprisoned here. Because what is it to be human than to doubt our reality, to question our reality? Because that's just all of existence. That's all of myth. Like even going back to the storytelling episode, that's stories exist in an attempt to explain the things we can't really understand. And then the way that fed into this, it's honestly, it's kind of fascinating the way they also tied that back around. And then the way that Ruby has kind of been a little, despite, the last season and all that and that story and stuff, like the way Ruby's impact is still kind of echoing onward. And then like her story still being integral to all of this, like even that thing where she kept living on in life. She's like, that came and played a part here. I've lived through 2025. This is not how this is supposed to be. Her being the linchpin to kind of cracking this egg open and helping free the Doctor in the end, or at least infiltrate this with all the others. And especially like with the way that Conrad thinks, the way that he views the world, the lessers in his mind, and how he doesn't care about them. There's no place in the world for them. We saw like them formulating these communities, and because they aren't thought about, they're able to kind of just freely roam around. Like the recesses of his mind allow them free roam because he doesn't pay them any mind, and therefore no one else does either. And also just the way that this reality is something that he speaks into existence. It says the moment he stops talking about things or stops thinking, and then there's like a tsunami or an earthquake or whatever he said, a flood in whatever country or whatever. So like he has to, because of all of this, he has to keep talking. He has to keep spinning the narrative. He has to be focused on the world or it'll fall apart. There's a lot to unpack with this, especially with the allegory at play with this. And this is all sustained by Mrs. Flood, aka the Rani, puppeteering the Doctor's journey into charging this Vindicator and siphoning all this energy from across time and space into this point to get back to here is what's powering all of this and sustaining it. I love the way they kind of interconnected all of these different things, especially back in the last season, and then tying it all back into just the Doctor's past, the history, the Pantheon, what we've learned about this, and the way that this is all kind of because of the Doctor stirring the Pantheon and getting them to influence reality in this way. And then all of this culminating in the Rani, which we haven't really got. I mean, not that we really need one. Like he's always so adamant that he's the last one, yet the Master has survived and Gallifrey has survived, and then it didn't survive. But we've never questioned, never thought about where's the Rani been. But I would love to get like her tale. Like, what was her perspective on everything after this point, Regardless, she's here, and she's stirring everything up, opening up the door for Omega, the first Time Lord, or one of, depending on which history you go with, the most ancient, oldest, and most powerful Time Lord, which is interesting, because that was a character that was founded or created before this timeless child stuff. So the Time Lords, according to all of that, so I'm curious to see if they're going to touch on that, how they're going to if they're going to do anything with that at all. According to that whole storyline, the Time Lords and regeneration and all that only exist because of the Doctor, which again, I'm not a huge fan of that. I think that kind of discounts what makes the Doctor kind of special. To be fair, Omega, if I remember correctly, is the one that actually discovered the ability to time travel. So the concept of the Time Lord could still originate from all of that. As far as regeneration goes, that is something that finds its roots into whatever the Doctor is and wherever they came from. It's something they siphoned and spliced out of the Doctor's DNA into their own. And it's kind of that amalgam that has become what we now know as Time Lords. So it's a whole thing that I'm wondering if they're going to dive into any deeper at all, especially for going back to the first Time Lord. So I'm wondering if we're going to be summoning Omega and freeing him from these bounds sealed on the other sides of reality on the walls there. And then all of this is to crack that egg so that the Ronnie can see what's on the other side and understand, because the Ronnie, the master likes to rule, likes his chaos. He's, your mustache twirling villain. He loves chaos. He loves subjugation. It's in his name. The Ronnie is a scientist first and foremost. Experimentation, questions, answers, whatever is above all else. Answering the questions of reality, understanding it, not owning it, but understanding it. It's like the difference dichotomy, but that's the thing. Like, she'll go to any lengths to get these answers. Cares not about what is done in its wake, just that she gets the answers. So this is all one big experiment to, one, crack open this rift and free Omega for whatever reason. I'm not sure on that part, but I think in the end, it's just like to, one, see if she could, and then also just see what's on the other side. And, it's again, it's just a massive thought experiment, quite literally. And also the Susan thing. He's still getting flickers and flashes of her. I mean, it's a character we've never really revisited either. An even longer amount of time than the Ronnie. I don't think we've seen Susan since the 60s in any, live action medium. I'm sure she's shown up in a comic or an audio drama or something like that at some point, but I wonder how that's going to come into play. How Susan's going to play into this. Rogue finally showed back up. I was also just thinking, I think I was thinking about this last episode. I was just thinking, man, I wonder if and when we're going to revisit that character, because I'm kind of surprised we haven't up until this point. But here he is. Next week, he popped up. I'm really curious how all these different things are going to fall into place, like how all these different little fragments are going to play a part in what's been going on. Also want to kind of come back around this too, is that, as infuriating as Conrad is as a character, he's a fantastic foil to the Doctor. And I do find it very ironic that in his web of lies and creating and crafting all of this, he's basically a prisoner himself as a result of that. Sure, he created the world he wanted and all of these things, and he's regarded as this god of it, and he doesn't see anything different about this, but he can't leave that room. He's got to be there with that baby, otherwise he can't maintain it. And he's just being fed sandwiches sometimes whenever the Ronnie feels like feeding the guy. And he can't even see what he's done to himself either. He's created a prison for everybody else, but also himself, and he seems completely oblivious to that fact too, which is kind of ironic. The actor playing him does a really, really good job. For real. He does a fantastic job making you just hate this sumbitch. You know what? I just want to point this out. I'm sure I'm not the only one to think about this, but with the whole rebrand, the whole resetting of the episode count back to a new, fresh season 1, and just kind of giving everybody a fresh jumping on point with 15, unbeholden, unburdened by what came before. That was in essence, what they were trying to do by bookending the Doctor as we've known that journey, with Tennant as 14 to send him off and start fresh without any of that baggage. But then we're doing all kinds of stuff like this, so much of this, Melanie, Unit, the Ronnie, Omega, all so many things are completely entangled with old Who. It just the fact they've been leaning into that so much more, especially in this season, it's just why? Why'd we even do that? Why'd we even reset all this? It didn't even matter in the end? I guess just to kind of make it all nice, clean, and neat, so we weren't just going into endless season counts for whatever reason. So maybe it was just tidying up more than it is just to kind of start anew. I don't know. Just a thought. Anyway, fantastic episode. Excited to see what happens next. I'm really curious to see what the finale is going to bring us with the Susan stuff, with Omega, and the Ronnie, seeing this all come to fruition as we are sinking into the dark dimension. Anyway, guys, Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon or Forgotten Marbles channel, get you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Benny Sherritt, York Korskov, Robert Alguiano, Jeffrey L, Jake Cottrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, Russell Crockett, Watchtower, Domi, Gregory Toner, Lily Chan's son, Joshua Gwinnell, and Nikki G. Thank you guys so much for continued support. But that's just for you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.